Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Killer Collab Podcast. My name is Tone Deaf from Florida, Tony D. To my first left, we have Chris Lato from Reaper Films.
Howdy.
To my other left, Joe Davison.
Hi.
Special guest, Karen Ceesay. Is Die Hard 2 a Christmas movie?
Die Hard 2?
1.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. You had 2. I hadn't even thought about it. I'm like, Die
He's
Hard
at the
1,
airport.
Yeah, and it was Christmas
It's
time.
Christmas. You're right.
I know. Is Die Hard 2 a Christmas movie?
I thought the
Say
thing was
it's a
Die
Christmas.
Hard 1.
I say it's a
Well, that-
Christmas movie.
I think it is too. It's on everyone's list, I
It's
think.
not a Christmas party, the first
Well,
one.
the first one.
Who?
No,
The first one.
The first one. The second one is that during Christmas in the snowstorm.
Yeah,
and
he's
all that
trapped
stuff.
at the airport.
Yeah,
And apparently, that's when terrorists attack.
yeah. There's always terrorists.
Because they know our guard is down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm glad that you brought up Die Hard 2.
And why do they always attack when he's around?
Yes. They know
Like
when
they
he's
just
around.
follow
They're
him
looking
around.
for him.
Yeah.
He's a magnet. People are like, don't come here for the holidays, buddy. I just
But,
stay wherever you are.
That's John McClane.
But yeah, but
I'm
every
leaving.
Christmas Eve, my son and I watch Die Hard. So that's our.
That's great.
We watch it. Whenever
Yeah.
people argue, I'm just like, first of all, let's establish what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. Takes place at Christmas.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a party, or there's family issues.
It
or
opens
there's
on Christmas
gonna be
music.
Yes.
Santa.
Yes. Christmas music is
Got
key.
Christmas music. I mean,
Doesn't-
all
yeah.
of that is in the movie.
Doesn't
so-
Die Hard open on Christmas music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas.
and ends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
Sold. I agree.
There's a party. There's food and parties and family strife. Which, what's the holidays without family strife?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The other day I saw a Die Hard advent calendar, and it's a tower, and
I
Groot
saw that on
and
Facebook.
Hans each day goes down farther. Yeah, that's
outside
great.
the tower.
I love it.
Someone I know, their husband bought them something, and she's got this big blow up John McCain thing. So I'm like,
What? Nice.
Yeah.
I have a giant
yeah,
blow
because
up
that's a part of the
Demogorgon.
decoration. I'm gonna have John McClane hanging on the Christmas tree.
That's cool. I want to get a life-size Chevy Chase to hang on my gutter.
Oh, hanging
that'd
from
be
the...
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Like
Somebody would just call the cops around here. So I
They
feel
would,
like,
they would. Actually, somebody did that a while back. They had someone hanging from the gutter, and they got the cops called like all the time, so they took it down.
no,
Yeah.
I'd love to have like a live action Chevy Chase.
All right.
I just want Chevy Chase to hang around my house during the
Chevy
holidays.
Chase.
You know.
He's more of a casual liability these days.
Yeah,
Like, just fall
he's
off the
gone
bus
like
somebody.
cuckoo. Has he really gone cuckoo?
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
I heard he's not very nice.
Well,
I've heard that too.
that's why I got something happened with him on Community, because he was supposed to be starring on Community, and eventually, and I'm a big Community fan. As you watch the first season go on, he's less and less in the episodes. He's like in the background now, and then the season 2, he's not even there, and it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Phased them out.
yeah, how
I
bad is?
heard he's racist, or at least racist adjacent. So I mean, that's always a thing. You know what I mean? But that's what I heard. But Chevy Chase, I'm old school Chevy Chase fan from back in the day. So part of me is just like,
Is he? Yeah.
Well, I follow him on
I mean, I
Facebook.
believe it. I believe plenty of people, especially of a certain age, I just assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just how much am I going to let it possibly?
Right.
Right?
I think
He's
just
brought
fed
so
up
much
with a lot
humor
of
to
stuff.
my life. I might get over it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think he's fed up with a lot of things. Like, I think he's just like, I'm done with the nonsense in Hollywood.
I
and
know
stuff like
Bruce
that.
Willis is like almost unworkable now.
Oh yeah.
People will not work with
Him
him.
and Kevin Smith, like,
Yeah, they
had
hate
it
each
out.
other.
And yet, Mel Gibson's back. What?
Yeah, how- what?
He's directing?
Yeah, how? I mean,
Gibson.
all right. I guess at some point you have to be forgiven. I don't know where that could go. That's a hard. That's a hard
when
sell.
you go to prison, you get redemption. Like,
Yeah.
you serve your time.
How do you go to like racist prison though? What's that?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd love to find out. Because there's
yeah.
plenty of people I'd like to send, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't have any.
you ever
pull
see those
on that.
people that have like epiphanies? Like, oh shit, like these are,
That's an asshole.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like maybe.
Well,
that-
I know because the company Roy has out in LA did
Yeah.
the effects for this movie called Breach that he did. It's a sci-fi movie,
Mhm.
and he got paid. The movie was 3.5 million budget. Bruce Willis made 3 million. They shot the movie for 500,000, and that he wouldn't even do his reverse shots. He had a stand-in, so he would do all his close-ups, and then leave, and then the other actors had to act against the stand-in.
Oh my god.
He refused to be on set.
Wow.
Well, look at that stand-in got paid extra. Let's
Yeah.
just look at it from that point of view.
Yeah.
Someone else. He created another job.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to put silver lining on that.
Yeah, that's a
It's
good
the
way to look at it.
holidays. I'm
All
here.
right. Merry
So-
Christmas, Bruce Willis. You got out one.
I also saw an interview with Brad Pitt, who basically almost does the same thing. He doesn't do night shoots anymore. He'll do any of that. He's like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do anything. He's like, I'm old. Like, if I can give any thing to a stunt man or a stand-in, I'm sold. Give it to him.
What?
Like, yeah, Brad Pitt's exactly the
I
same.
can't
way.
imagine doing that.
Yeah.
But I could. If you get to a point where you've made however many movies
Yeah.
and made however many people rich off of your image,
Right.
and you get to the point where, okay, I get sleepy earlier. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't really, this isn't something that like is my passion. I'll do it. Yeah. I'm not, no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of different things where I hear where people, I don't know. When you are someone like a Brad Pitt or someone who's huge like that, there's so much of your life that you have just given to the public and to everyone else. And this industry is crazy. And if there's a way for you to just make it a little bit easier on yourself and you've got that kind of power, why not?
All right. That's a good way to look at it. I was thinking like, I just want to be so immersed in it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be like,
Yeah. But they
You
also
know.
say like the industry, like I mean, I know the industry takes a lot. Like,
Oh, man.
well, when you're in like the spotlight for so long that eventually you just want to take care of yourself
Yeah,
too. Like
I think there's a big difference between an aspiring actor and an actor that's starred in over 100
Everything.
movies. You know that it's got to get
all right.
tiring. I
And how
guess.
many kids do they have? Like,
a
you know what I
lot.
mean? Like, how many
Well,
kids
you know,
do they
Brad
have?
Pitt's got like 18
People want to
of them.
spend time with their kids. I know when Andrew Lincoln left The Walking Dead, it's just like his kids are young. Your kids are not young for forever. It's like blink and they're gone.
Yeah.
My kid is about to be 17, and it's like he
Yeah.
is gone. Like
My daughter
you got to spend that time when you can.
My daughter turned 6 in June, and I don't even recognize her now. She's sitting right out there.
Yeah.
I don't even. It was so fast. Now and now she's reading and talking and making sense, and I'll be like, "How was your day?" And she's like, "Well, it started out okay." And then Lovely is a girl in her class. She's like, "She hit me, and I don't know why." And then
They named her kid Lovely.
yeah, and then Andrew,
Wow.
he calls me fat all the time.
Who hit somebody? Lovely's hitting,
Right.
just doling out punches.
And I'm just like, who is talking to me right now? Who are you?
She'll blink and you won't remember that child. I barely
Right.
remember the 6-year-old. Stuff comes up on Facebook,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god.
Like, who
And
was
it's like
that?
the little oatmeal commercials and stuff. Or
Yeah.
some of those commercials hit me, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So do you have a big 2022 plan? Do you have more auditions? You got another project coming?
Well,
Tell us what you got.
I am doing the very original thing of starting a podcast.
Oh, nice.
How original.
Yeah.
Very original. I think I'm ahead of the curve, guys. I don't know.
That's all right.
But starting a podcast, and it's based on women in their 50s, as I am 51 now. And
way. No way.
yeah, so I turned 50 in the pandemic, and I wanted a party, but I couldn't have a party. You see, I'm a Leo. If that's not a good,
Oh.
I was
we're
wondering.
all about ourselves and partying, and I couldn't do that because I made it to 50. A lot of people don't get to, but
I probably
definitely. Who knows who's gonna be here?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting for an asteroid to hit us.
It could be that. It could be anything.
But happy
It'll be-
birthday.
Thank you.
I guess.
The
That'd have been
thing
like
that's
August,
great,
right?
Though, and this is why I wanted to do a podcast, because we're a very youth-centered culture in America, and but you look at people like J Lo, Halle Berry, they're just.
I do look at them.
Back in the day, J Lo used to be younger than me, but now she gets to be older. But it's even though they look great, there's still things that are going on with your body, that's going on with your mind. And when I talk to friends, like it didn't matter what color, what where they were from, how much money they had, what they did for a living. There were whether or not they had kids or not kids, had been married or not married. Everybody was really like a fuck it. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Like I did everything I was supposed to do. I am confident. Like I know who I am. I'm not trying to prove myself to people. I don't need to worry about everyone else's feelings. I did everything I was supposed to do. And you know what? What do I want to do right now? And so that's what I want to talk about with women about, what do you want to do now that the kids are grown, or now that you hit the ceiling at your job, or, I want to be an artist and I've been in the business industry for so long. So that's what I want to talk about, and how we're so focused, especially with women, on being young and like it's over, but I find it so freeing. I mean, I need naps and lots of concealer nowadays, but it's like everything else, my mindset, if I'd had this mindset when I was like 25, 30, I'd have been killing it, right?
Yeah. It's as we get older, I mean, I speak for myself when I say, when I get to his age, that,
it's a blessing. Whatever age we get to,
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody doesn't get there.
No, I'm not a lot of people, and I say.
How old are you, Tony? 36.
36.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
How old are you? 59.
52.
Okay.
I just turned
woo,
52.
Woo. Class 87, right?
Right.
I'm class 88. Woo, woo.
Class 87.
Nice.
Sorry, I did the math, Chris. I did the math for people. My bad.
No, I was actually saying, I grew up in a bad neighborhood where a lot of my people actually aren't alive today. Like I want to say about
my people. What do you mean by that?
What does that mean?
People that
your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 20% of my senior class is like deceased or in prison. Like right now, like it's like we don't have tomorrow. A lot of us.
Because like half the people that went to prison from your class shot the other half that are dead already.
Could be.
Yeah,
could be.
So half's dead, half's in prison.
So.
Yeah.
And then, well, not half, but Tony's the
20%.
only one.
20%.
So you're the only one out of jail and not dead?
I told someone I was 46 the other day, and they were like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "I don't."
Did they think you were older or younger?
Younger. Everyone thinks I'm a child. It's probably a lot to do with how I act.
I was gonna say it's your personality.
Yeah, I act like.
I hate when people guess it. What are you like, 47?
Yeah. Oh, gross. No, I'm not.
Late 30s or early 40s. Hello, who are you?
I forget sometimes that like I'm over 40. I forget it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Hey,
Right.
babe, my knees hurt so bad today," and she's like, "Well, that's because you've done a million stunts and you're 46 now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "You're old. Your body's
I'm
dying."
telling you, after 40, your body is like
Oh, my body's shot
a
now.
disaster.
I was a Division I athlete. My body's shot now.
Like it goes.
I was like a Division 28.
downhill.
But it's just our bodies go through so many different changes, like as we go.
Hi, welcome to Your Body Now.
Yeah.
Your body, my
Absolutely.
body, our body.
My knees ache. I'm actually due for a knee replacement on my left knee. So basically,
Yeah, did you get like a letter in the mail?
Right.
No, my model is.
It's like with your social security number and the meningitis vaccine.
My warranty. They were trying to contact me about my extended
Single
warranty.
Yeah. We're contacting you about your blown out knee.
My extended warranty has worn out, so now I must get a replacement to get a new warranty. But no, I've had so many knee surgeries that it's just like I'm done. Like next knee surgery is a replacement. Like I'm done.
I'm not that bad.
It's
I mean,
bad.
I'm 300 pounds walking on these ankles, so pretty soon I'll need new feet, I think.
I mean, don't they grow back?
It's frustrating
Just
for
get your
me because
Jazzy.
like okay, we've got the Zoom touch-up feature, and I've got the wig on, and I have full face of makeup and everything. But like back in the day, I could just like roll out a bed cue, like you know what I mean? Like I could just roll out, go to the hit the clubs, and people were hey.
You're like,
Oh,
oh, me? Oh, nothing.
Now, if I'm out, someone's like stopping me, and they're like, "Ma'am, would you like to sit here?" Ma'am?
You're like, are you talking
and then
to me?
It's like, well, I would because I am sleepy. Right? Like my feet do hurt, but thank you. Are you going to the bar, honey? Could you get me some water? Thank you. right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is my experience.
Yeah.
I went to Ross one day, and I guess it was senior day, and the lady asked me if I had my senior discount card, and I'm like, how old do you got to be to have a senior discount card? She said 60. I was like, 60? Like, you think I look like I'm 60 years old?
A little bit.
Wait, you don't have an AARP card?
No, it was a
I got my
Ross.
AARP card.
It was a Ross for Ross.
50. Mine. I was really bummed. I got 35% off of a car rental one time. I was like, ooh. So now I'm going in like, what's up? You got the AARP discount? I got my
Snap,
card.
bitch.
We embrace
You
that
know,
stuff. We embrace it. Have to embrace those things.
You need to get you a lanyard and like just wear it on your neck.
Oh, yeah.
Just pull it out.
Yeah.
Hey,
An
AARP.
accomplishment. I
Or,
mean,
or a sticker says, please card me. Please card me.
yeah, that was like when I was like 23, and I'm like, wanted to be card. It's official.
See, that's why it's not
Real.
fair with men, because we can just roll right out of bed. I throw my glasses on and a hat and
Right.
like out the door. My wife's like, I need an hour and a half at least. You know?
That's what I do. It's just nobody's checking me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I don't.
I normally look like Walking Dead, like how I look on The Walking Dead. Like that's how I normally look on the day to day, you know, without lighting.
She's outside limping around her yard.
I look like I'm surviving an apocalypse on the Denny.
Oh, man. No, it's-
Were you actually a
Well,
zombie
we
on The
are.
Walking Dead?
No, you
No,
never turned
I'm a
into
person
one.
and I'm still alive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You haven't died.
6 seasons.
Yeah, that's nice.
Fantastic.
That's got to be great.
Oh.
Did what happened with SAG and streaming? Did that ever get resolved last month? Do you know? Are you following that?
I don't be following
She's
stuff.
like, I don't
All I
care,
know
dude.
is Stranger Things. That first residual check, I was like, what? Stranger Things? Are you serious? I was like, there's travesty. You know, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, I wasn't in season 3, so I don't know I know they fixed it. They did something where you get more, but I wasn't in season 3, so I don't know when I recorded my episodes, it was on the old contract. So
Yeah, well, mine
which
was too.
like,
Yeah, that was season 2.
it's
I
like,
think
oh my god.
I had to sign a new contract though. Like 6 months later, they had sent me one in the mail. I had to re-sign. And then I wrote. They had the name Nerdy Tech at the top, and I crossed it out and put Steve. But I guess
Steve.
that didn't work.
Yeah.
My badge said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think
Yeah.
it's something on IMDb. It's so funny because I did a show. I need to update my episodes because I had it on Instagram and then I put it on YouTube. But I have a little interview. I interview myself talking about behind the scenes of the episodes I've been in. Because I came in season 6 and now it's season 11. So
Yeah.
I've been in every season since then. And my experience has changed, but like, it's just stuff of and I take a lot of pictures, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is what happened the day that Marilyn Manson was on set, or
Yeah.
this was the day we learned how to throw knives, or, and so those are things, but somebody went in and put it on my IMDb page. So like those little videos, I don't even know who did it, but it's like, it's
The
on
Walking
IMDb.
Dead probably did. The producers there probably did.
Really?
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I was right after Stranger Things. I was gonna do an interview. I had a movie playing at the Tampa Theater, a horror film I directed, and the Morning Blend contacted the Stranger Things producers or whatever for me to talk about Stranger Things. I didn't know any of this was happening. I was just gonna go on the Morning Blend and talk about those Nightfalls. I get a call from the PR manager of Stranger Things, and she's like, "Hey, so you're going on the news on Monday?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, don't talk about Stranger Things at all." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Don't do it. It will pull everything down that you own."
Damn.
And I was like, "What?" I'm not. I've got a movie. Blah blah blah. She's like, "Okay, don't talk about Stranger Things. Bye." I was like,
Yeah, no one
"Holy
cares about
shit!"
Mrs. Sinclair. No one's checking for
I disagree.
Sinclair.
I disagree.
I
That's
don't
all
know.
I have to say.
It's hilarious because I don't know if you have this where like your family are the main ones that just do not know. Like they want to pump me up, and then my mom's like, "What's that show you're on again? The Dead?
Yeah.
Something with
right.
the Dead? I don't know anybody that
Are you
watches
on-
that. Does that come on here?
Are you on Dead
I'm like-
Strangers?
Yeah, right." And then she'll be like, "There was that other show. What is it? The Thing? I told somebody you were on that. They were impressed." Like, it's just like,
I have to sell myself. I wear this sweater every day. And then when people are like, we love Stranger Things, it's like, I'm on season 2.
Right.
Who are you? A nerdy tech. Who's that? Hold on, I'll Google myself. This is me.
I was monster food.
Yeah, I got eaten in the elevator. By what?
Yeah, when I tell people, but you
Yeah.
know, it's so, again, I'm a Leo, so I'm very, very narcissistic. And it's like, but I don't want to be the one to be like, I'm on Stranger. You know, I try to drop hints.
Yeah.
People,
My
so
wife
they'll
is,
act,
Leanne is
be
got
like,
a
you
bit
know,
backwards.
you know, like I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm on the show, but it's so.
Does your husband, when you guys are out, is he like, yo, she's on The Walking Dead and Stranger Things and Black Lightning?
No.
No?
No, he works more than I do. He's actually on set now. He's a he does catering on set. So he's gone through we're shooting this show, and then after that, I'm like,
I know.
You have
Yeah.
more IMDb credits than me now.
One of my best friends, a location manager, he's constantly calling me and being like, yo, I'm standing next to Ryan Reynolds right now. Or he'll be like, yo, I'm next to David Boreanaz. And I'll be like, what? Prove it. Take a picture. And then I'll get some low angle picture of like the top of their head. I'm like, get out of here.
My husband just knows people by like their order. He's like, yeah, egg white omelet, spinach. Yeah, that guy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Stanley
Duke,
Tucci.
Duke, really? John Schneider? Oh my God.
Oh, Duke. You love the Dukes of Hazzards?
He works Tyler Perry stuff, right? So he's worked all of his shows, and then most of his shows in the last couple of years. So I'm always like, I'm an old Duke the Hazzard girl, like from back in the day. That was my
Friday
show.
night.
Right?
Friday night.
So,
Yeah.
Then Miami Vice right after.
Exactly.
In Dallas.
Well, they were two different channels because Miami Vice was NBC,
Right.
and Dukes of Hazzard was CBS. It came on with Dallas.
Yep.
And the Incredible Hulk came on at like 8. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was lame.
Wow.
I was
I
lame
was
in high
IMDb
school.
Wow.
before there was IMDb. I'd be like, yeah, Wednesday night.
Do you guys want
at
some
8?
rice pudding? I feel like it's time for a snack.
I was
for you
lame
two.
in high school. It was Dukes of
You were
Hazzard.
what?
I said I was lame in high school. It was Dukes of Hazzard, Miami Vice, Dallas every Friday night instead of like going
Man.
out to parties and shit. I was lame. I don't know.
Yeah, I was in, and my
Probably
mom
why I
would
never
come
had a
in and be
girlfriend.
like, when I was your age, I was out.
I was at the sock
Why
house.
are you home? I'm like, it's a new episode, Mom.
Yeah. I
I didn't have cable till I was 15, so I don't know most of these shows. Or I wasn't.
You don't know the Dukes of Hazzard or Miami Vice?
I didn't watch them. No, that was before my time.
Where did you grow up, Philly?
No, well, close to Philly, Atlantic City.
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
You're Atlantic City, AC?
Yeah,
What's
AC?
up? Philly in the house.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I lived. I lived in Philly. I was in downtown. I was in Chinatown. I had an apartment in Chinatown.
Oh,
Yeah.
near the gallery.
Yeah. Well, I used to walk to work on Chestnut. I used to work in Chestnut, and then yeah, I grew up in Atlantic City. Went to Atlantic City High. Did Atlantic City Radio. Did all that stuff, and then probably in my 20s, I moved to Philadelphia, and then worked in
I had
downtown.
a whirlwind romance in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get married accidentally?
No. I met a girl.
Is that where the videos were taken?
Well,
The Incredible
yes.
Callback.
No. No, I met a girl. I was trying to get into acting, and she was a director or something, and she was going to NYU for film. She got accepted or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I was going to go with her up there, load everything up, and then come back to Florida. On our way up, we stopped in Atlantic City. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Chain.
Yeah, we make it a point not to have
Yeah.
too many cameras in Atlantic City because there's usually people in Atlantic City not doing what they should be doing.
But she went off to NYU and became a film major. I've never heard of her again. I even tried looking her up on Facebook. Not around.
Changed your name.
Probably. She's like, I gotta hide from Joe.
Stage name, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We used to go to Atlantic City on my birthday every year when I was a kid. We'd go to AC,
Oh, yeah.
step in a jellyfish, or a syringe or
Is
something.
that a dance move? Yo,
Ghost
man.
bottle.
Let's go step on a
Everybody do this.
jellyfish.
Step on a jellyfish.
It wasn't on purpose. It just always happened. Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I have not been to Atlantic City since the 80s, though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even.
Oh, man, you should have went there for your 50th. Although it was COVID, nobody could go anywhere.
Well, to be my 52nd at this point.
Yeah.
I'm already 51 now.
Well, Atlantic City went downhill the last decade, so
Yeah,
like,
my
it
mom
was
just
good
went
in the
there.
90s and 2000s.
said
It was
wasn't
good.
great. My
Yeah.
mom just went there like 6 months ago and said it wasn't that great.
Yeah, nah, it went down. After I left, like I left because I saw it going downhill. And when I left, the year I left, I think 5 to 6 casinos bankrupted. So I was like, I'm done. I had picked up and moved down here. So
So
I'm
you're-
sure it's
that was
up
pretty
for
smart,
hill
Tony.
than it was when I went. Though. Like when I went, was like
you only had like what 3 casinos open back then. It was the Playboy. It was the
I
Golden.
wasn't
Nugget.
hitting the casinos at 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That must have been where Dad went. Where did Dad go? I don't know.
But yeah, that,
When I was there, and this is the 90s, it was trashy.
oh yeah, it was always trashy.
Yeah, I just remember
Always.
being like, I was like, what is this? Why do people say it's like Vegas? Ain't
A lot of
nothing like
crime.
Vegas.
A lot of crime. A lot of
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, we got mugged twice by the time we got inside the casino.
They got mugged in the
I know
casino.
all the Philly people would always go. This was one of the things years ago we were planning. I'm a planner. I love planning stuff, and we were planning our high school reunion, and it was calling people. I hadn't talked to people since I left, like a lot of people. And the one thing, there was 2 things that people said where I was like, you know how you don't really even remember things until you hear it, but it was hun. Like hun, everybody said hun,
Yeah.
and then everybody goes down the shore.
Yep.
They go down the shore.
Yeah.
I can't even say it anymore like they say it. You know what I mean? I can't even do the accent anymore. But
I just
it
call
was
home.
everyone going down the shore because you didn't go to Atlantic City. You
Yeah.
went to the other places, but they're going down the shore.
Yeah.
It's weird how different regions say different things. Like
Oh, yeah.
I used to go to Canada, and it was in Newfoundland, and it was my ex-wife's family. We would go visit, and everybody was buddy up the road. And
Buddy up the
no
road.
matter what house you went to, they always had the Weather Channel on. And I'm just like, it's July. Like, why are you guys expecting some crazy
Yeah, it's
flash
it's
blizzard
Canada.
or
Yeah.
what? Every house
But if
had
there
the Weather
was
Channel.
something coming, they would
They
know.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. They would hear that
They
beep
know.
beep 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 beep.
So I got a question.
All right.
Tell us something that was just kind of really the craziest thing that happened on The Walking Dead so far for you, that you can without getting fired.
Oh, I don't know what's going on the show.
No, I
really,
mean like
at all.
on set, like what anything like just ridiculous, who you
No, I mean
met.
legit. I haven't shot anything since like before the pandemic,
Yeah.
so I don't even know
Yeah.
anything.
Are they shooting?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's so many different things going on. I have to find out from the fans what's going on. Like they'll be like such and such. I'm like, really? Oh my god.
Message
wow.
boards.
But I legit, and I mean, as I've been on and thankful to be on, I mean, I'm a guest star officially, but I look like an extra on the show. Like I haven't spoken since season 7, and whatever scenes I have spoken have been cut. So my appearances have decreased as they, there's always like a new community and everybody that
roving
they're
gang
going
of
to.
thugs,
Yeah.
So it becomes all about them, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to catch.
Sounds like you're getting the
You're like,
Chevy
I'm over
Chase
here,
phase out.
guys. I'm over here, guys.
Well, we realized early on it's better to kind of just fade into the background because then you're still alive and
Yeah.
able to cash checks. Whereas once you get killed, once you start talking,
Yeah, you get killed. So
you know what I mean? And then
rule
that's it.
one
That's
in
the
the
end of the
zombie
money run.
apocalypse: don't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Stay a featured extra.
But don't you get more money if you talk? Or no?
Well,
You
yeah.
get like the
No.
same amount, or you
No.
get paid more when you talk?
I get the same amount because I'm under contract, so
Right.
it doesn't matter. Like I'm at the status or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if I was I was hired as a co-star, but I don't regress into like it's whether or not your background versus cast.
Do
You
you
know
ever,
what I mean?
Did
And
you ever like
you choose that? Like it sounds like you are choosing that. Like you just
No,
said,
I
stay
don't
in
get
the
to choose
background.
anything.
Yeah,
what
no.
does that
Brad
mean?
Pitt
You don't get to do
gets
shit.
to
Yeah.
choose. Right? Brad Pitt gets to choose. Mel Gibson gets to choose. I don't get to choose. Karen Ceesay doesn't get to choose.
Did you ever like try to change your lines or like give a line to yourself? I did that shit.
I mean,
every day
I'm
on
always
Stranger
trying to give some type of, flavor to my looks that I be throwing. And that was another thing. Like, I didn't even know something had been released. Again, if I know I'm not talking, I'm sorry. I wasn't into the show before because I'm a scaredy cat. So
Right.
I didn't watch it. And zombies are like my least fave. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
I'm
right.
like, I'm still creeped out from, Night of the Living Dead. But it's like what do you call it? I wasn't watching, and then I saw like I started getting tagged, like something came through, and someone had, it was like the top of my head was in the picture. And they're like, Birdie's in the shot. And I was like, and then somebody's like, I saw Birdie giving looks, and I'm like,
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did that.
look at that method acting. There we go.
So do you follow the forums and everything? Do you look at the forums when they're talking about nothing?
I used to
Yeah.
in the early days, but now no. You know what I mean? Because you get so caught up. When I did Greenleaf, right? I was on Greenleaf, and that was the first show that my mom watched. So she's like, that, you know, I was like, Greenleaf, I'm going to talk about it. You know, everybody's mama and auntie watched Greenleaf, right? So she was looking through stuff, and she was just like, nobody's talking about you. I don't understand why they're not talking about your parents. I'm like, nobody cares. Like, and she was just like, she's like, well, I don't understand. I'm like, that's the way it is, Mom. I just,
Yeah.
you know, I
It's funny because when I first started, I would like read the comments on IMDb of my movies, and I would get like my feelings hurt. And I'd be like, I want to see you make a movie, and just shit like that. And now it's like, I think it's funny. I read the comments, and it's like comedy relief because some of the stuff people say is just so funny, and you just laugh at it. So.
what? And you're like, you know, this is fake,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Like, and it's like fake. Like the people who will be like, well, they, you know, would have hearing loss. Yeah, we'd have acne and rotten teeth, and
Yeah.
and we wouldn't have clothes, and
We'd
we'd
probably
be
all
matted.
be dead by
and,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would never survive the apocalypse.
No,
I
I
would
have
be
to
like,
shower. I need a shower every like 6 hours.
Yeah.
I need to eat every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if I go too long, I'm like, I don't feel good. You know,
I'd probably like the
wrong
second
person.
day in the apocalypse, my blood sugar would drop, and I'd go right into a diabetic coma probably, and then die right
And then
there
you'd
on
be-
the
and then
side of the
you'd get
road.
eaten.
Yeah, be like,
Yeah.
Joe is great bait.
I had a discussion because it does prompt real world conversation. And I talked with my husband and son, and I was just like, I don't even want to live through this. Like, I'm already 51. If the apocalypse comes, like, I don't have a future.
Yeah,
Like, there's not
who gives
really-
a shit? I'm gonna shoot everyone I can and then die.
Right.
Well, it's just shoot me in the head. I was just like, just shoot me. My husband and kid were like, I'm trying to live. And I'm like, well, shoot me in the ass first. Like, just, check with me just to make sure I don't feel the same way. And then,
No, don't even ask me. Just do it from behind. I'll never know.
Yeah. Wow.
right, but I might have changed my mind. Like, I might have been like,
alright.
you know what? I might try this. I think I'd be good if I could survive, like, the first year, like 6 months to a year. If I could survive that, I think I'd be fine. Like,
But then
I
what?
have
But what
skills,
kind of
like, I
life
can
is
do-
that?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to
Yeah,
live
like
in
that life.
nonsense?
That life. It's like
I think about this a
scrounging
lot.
for food.
I think
and-
about it happening when Leanne has all the children with her, and I'm like, this is when the apocalypse is gonna happen. She's gonna be stuck somewhere and not know what to do. She's got all the kids, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, this
I
is
think
what's
about that. I
or-
won't be able to get back.
right.
You
Or
know,
I'm
so
like-
I don't know, but I'm like, I have skills that would be good. You know what I mean? I'm entertaining, and we always need comic relief.
Yeah.
And if I can cook, I can garden, I can build stuff. So I'd be good. But it's just I can't shoot.
Yeah.
Now I have people that I'm like, okay, these would be who would be on my apocalyptic team.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they always got, my friend from Florida, she's always got water. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She always got things of water in the back, my friends that have guns.
But now you got to
You know,
get
I'm
to
not-
them.
I'm
You got to
not
get
gonna
the
burst.
guns. Got to get to the water.
Right.
I don't know. There's no prepping for it.
Like
Just
honestly, do you want to be the first generation in a post-apocalyptic
post-apocalyptic.
post-apocalyptic life, or do you want to just die at the end of like civilization? Like honestly,
Get me out. I don't want to be rebuilding stuff.
That's
And
exactly-
then,
I don't wanna rebuild
again,
stuff.
you
Yeah.
see, I keep rubbing my nose because I've got allergies. So I'm like,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
allergies. I don't want to be dealing with this.
Like, could you imagine having to be on guard for
You
your
know what-
life every second of your day?
I am
Every
now. I
day.
have 4 children. Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
Yeah.
True.
but
That's never letting up either. You
No.
got girls.
Oh,
I
dude.
take so many medications, I would not live. Like I'd be dead. Like
Yeah. Heroin's not a medication.
To some people is. It's on somebody's
Right.
schedule. Right.
True. You're not
Somebody's
wrong.
schedule.
You're not wrong.
No, but like I suffer from like severe anxiety. Do you think the apocalypse will help that anxiety?
You just have to deal
Probably
with that
not.
shit later.
Now the weed market, that I was just like, well, but then I'd be hungry. So I mean,
Where's the Cheetos?
gardening? Like, would I have carbs?
Where's the
Like,
Cheeto
I don't
factory?
Yeah.
I would just hunt down
Something
that Cheeto
salty,
factory.
sweet.
That's all
I don't
do.
know. Like,
And then
would I-
do you have like other people you know in your group where you're like, they're not gonna live. They're not gonna survive. There's no way they're gonna climb a fence. We had to get out. They're not over a fence. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. I might be that
well,
dude.
I have one friend who would be great. Like he's a paramedic. He
Yeah.
knows shooting everything. I'm like, but he'd go crazy. Like he'd be one of those people like, we need to kill everybody. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's no
Yeah.
that you're like, they might be a little bit hard to corral
Yeah.
in, you know. So the people that just been waiting for democracy to end. Well,
Yeah.
but that's another podcast.
In an apocalypse, what would be your go-to food? What would you be hunting for first?
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, I'd hit up like mom and pop and 7-Elevens because people going in there. I don't know, man. I think about this. Like, so
Seriously.
I think your main place you would want to hold up is like a Home Depot, right? You go to the Home Depot, Walmart. Well, Home Depot's got lumber and it's got tools and it's got weapons that can be used as tools and weapons.
Walmart's got
Tools.
food.
No food.
It does have food.
Home Depot has
Yeah,
food?
it has a whole
Oh, the hot
office.
dog stand out?
No, it has a whole office section that's got like pretzels and beef jerky and all that shit. It's in
Shit,
there.
I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
it's in there.
But that'll only last you so long.
Yeah, but you could survive in there for, I don't know, 6 months easily and board yourself in it so people can't get in. Eventually, if let's say it's zombies, they'll probably move on. Because if you're just in there all boarded up and you have all the weapons and tools
Looking.
you know,
I'm thinking IKEA, man.
no, I can't even sit in an
Like,
IKEA
did you
chair.
hear there was a bunch of people that got stuck in IKEA in a blizzard and they couldn't get out, and they stayed there for like 3 days, and they had like beds, they had food, they had everything they needed to live for 3 days in a blizzard. I thought it was pretty
All
cool.
I
right,
love
that's
IKEA.
But 3 days is not 6 months. Or
Yeah,
I know,
and
I
not
understand that.
zombies.
But they got a lot of good food at IKEA.
Yeah. So my
I've been
goal
to
would be
IKEA once.
my goal I would rally up everyone, and then we would try to hit up a Home Depot and I'd secure that as people were panicking.
Yeah.
I'd just start securing the doorways with like 2x4s and lumber and drilling that shit right into the walls because they got all the tools there.
Yeah.
You could deadbolt.
And they have seeds and soil.
Right.
And like mulching stuff.
Yep.
So that's the other thing.
And
You can
that
garden.
shit's all fenced in.
That's true, and they got that little outdoor area you can grow all the stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Look at that.
And
there
they got
we
the
go.
tools
We
right
need
there.
the
You
next
grab an
one.
impact drill, hit the concrete, put a bolt in, put up your 2x4s, while everyone else is panicking, running around and being fucking crazy. And you, meanwhile, you're like, oh, sorry, go ahead. Zuga!
But I mean,
And then you'd have that one crazy person that's just like, where did you go?
That's,
Where did
and you go to the hammer
like,
section, you get a
"Bye."
hammer, you wait for them to fall asleep, and then you hit them in the head with the hammer. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
yeah.
Yeah.
My dog wants my attention now. She's
Aw.
like,
Oh, puppy,
yeah.
the little one.
Is she a big one or a little one?
Okay, so I grew up with big dogs, so I think she's little, but she's like 50 pounds. But she's
Alright.
like, she's
What
in
is
the,
she? What is she?
she's a rescue. She was
Okay.
found on the street.
She
like,
don't have
legit.
she doesn't have a species. She's a dog.
She's her own. She's white with brown spots.
Aww.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
You know, she's very camera averse, so she's not a TV dog.
Oh.
I have a house full of cats.
Yeah, I have a cat too.
We have 3 cats.
See, I'm not a cat girl.
Yeah, I'm
My
not a cat.
Allergies. I told you, allergies. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. My cat was a rescue. They found her in Philadelphia, in a basement in Philadelphia.
Right.
Yeah, she's.
Does she have a band?
Yeah.
Band.
I have her birth certificate. Well,
That's
where they found her. It's not a
that's
birth certificate, but it's
insanity.
where they found her. Yeah.
It's a cat. It has a birth certificate?
Yeah.
What's the
Wow.
cat doctor's name? I imagine there's a cat
She'll
doctor.
feel
now.
good. No.
Yeah, nice.
Well, they gave a certificate where they found her. Like they found her in the basement in Philadelphia somewhere.
There's a certificate for that?
Where they found her?
Like, who's on site? Like, filling all the.
I know, right?
All right, we got a
Got it,
Polaroid
somebody.
over. We're in basement 12.
Writing
It's
down.
2:38 in the afternoon.
I don't know.
That is so
Found her
weird.
to get her.
Seems slightly temperate, but you know.
Right.
But
Maybe
think-
some mold in this place.
I think Tony made that certificate.
Yeah, he did. Is it made out of
I
macaroni?
don't have that time. I don't have
Is
that
it a real
time.
cat?
Yeah. Is it a,
Like a Cabbage Patch cat,
yeah,
right?
he went to
How they
build a
came to
bear.
the documents and
You can see
everything.
her cat bed right there. See the
Cabbage
cat bed
patch.
right there.
Just because I see that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
The cat's been on your
There's
face.
plenty of movies about that. The guy that has the cat
Right.
bed.
Do they have Cabbage Patch cats? That's
I don't know.
genius.
Maybe.
He showed me the birth certificate, but I've never seen a cat birth
I guess
certificate.
they were like,
Yeah.
He's crazy, guys.
like, do they really have that as a toy? Like Cabbage Patch
Oh, I don't know.
pets? Like, that's genius. Why don't they have that?
No.
I mean,
Why don't you call Hasbro whoever makes Cabbage Patch
Oh,
dolls?
Cabbage Patch dogs, Cabbage Patch cats.
Yeah.
No, it's only Cabbage Patch Kids.
That's
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah.
I guess they had pound puppies. I guess that was.
That
the,
sounds
they
horrible.
had those beanie
That was
babies
the
too.
thing.
The
Yeah.
beanie babies.
And there's
thing.
Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
You can go there and build any kind of bear you want. Cat bear,
Yeah, it
dog
costs
bear.
too damn much though.
Yeah, they
I'll
do.
just get a teddy
Like
bear and
50,
put some
60
dog
bucks.
clothes
And
on.
then I gotta do it all myself. Like, what is this? Like, I gotta pay for it. And
I know. It's
buy
like
it
you
myself?
go to Build-A-Bear and you're like, oh, that's not a bad price. And then when you start like adding all the shit, you walk out with like an $80 teddy bear, and you're just like,
Yeah,
what
both
did
are-
I just do?
Both our daughters got us with that because we're like, yeah, let's go to Build-A-Bear. Oh, it's like $12. All right,
Right.
stuff. All right, get it off it. All right, it's not that much.
Yeah.
It's like $120 later.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
ridiculous.
what? I can't get
See, that's
Jordans.
the girls
Then
thing.
you have
I got a
buyer's
boy,
remorse.
he's cheap. Boys are cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Well,
want
you
a
know.
pair of Jordans.
Yeah.
Sorry, no more Jordans for you.
Well,
No more.
I have 3 children, 3 girls.
what was the one gift that your son always wanted for Christmas
There's still one.
when he was younger?
How old is he now? 15?
He's almost 17.
17.
He's 16.
Like, when you remember, like, what was his toy that, oh, Mom, I want this. Mom, I want this. What was that one toy?
Well, he always went through phases like everyone else. And since I was the stay-at-home mom, an actor, I got to spend a lot of time with him, which is great. So he always knew that the expensive gifts were not really, we've never really done, we did the Santa thing for a while, but not for a long time. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't really like the last big thing we got him was the PlayStation 4, which now it's, I'm like, I'm not buying no PlayStation 5. How much are those things? I saw a
Too much.
used one for like $800.
Yeah, you gotta wait like 5
Right.
years to get one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in boarding school, so he's not even home. So no, you don't get that. But I'll say this much: one of the cool things about being an actor who gets the things that I've been able to get for him that other mom and dad don't. The number one thing being Sean Levy's. Sean Levy had signed something because Night at the Museum is like one of his favorite movies. It was his favorite movie when he was a little kid. It spawned all this interest in history. Like, he's really into history. We've been through, the Rodin Museum in Philly because of it, all of the Smithsonian's and all that because of this movie. So when I worked on the internship, that's how I met Sean Levy, and that's honestly, I think, how I secured the Stranger Things deal. But worked on him, and I brought like pictures of my kid at these things. So Sean Levy, like, he signed quotes and all this stuff for him, and so that was
fantastic.
really, really cool. The other thing is when I was on I don't know if I don't know if Joe knows, but my kid does cosplay. Well, at least he did. So, and when he was in kindergarten, there weren't really, the black superheroes weren't out there. And I've always been a superhero girl, Star Wars and all that has always been my deal. So I was just like, I'm going to make some costumes that you can't find. So he was Black Panther back in 2010.
Yeah.
2009, 2010, I made a Black Panther costume for him. I've made Cyborg costume. I made a original Falcon, Nick Fury. All these costumes from scratch I made for him. And so we were big Teen Titan fans. We watched Teen Titans all the time. And then King Ezekiel is the voice. King Ezekiel on Walking Dead, Kari, is the voice of Cyborg. And so just the year before is when I had made that Cyborg. And he was a dope costume, I'm not gonna lie. So Kari was like the first person I fangirled over on Walking Dead, where I was like, oh my God, it's Cyborg, right?
Yeah.
And, I talked to him, and then later on he's like, let's do a video. Because, like, Kari is so sweet and so nice, and he's got kids, and him being, Cyborg, he's used to doing the stuff that kids like. And so he's like, let's do a video for him. And I was like, what? So I got to bring that video home for my kid of Cyborg, talking to him, and saying hi and all this stuff. So he was just floored. So it's been stuff like that that I've been able to do. And then I did get to go to Comic-Con, and he was just over the, every day at a different time. He's had his Lando Calrissian costume. He's just like, all right, he had the app. He's just gone. That's like, well, if you remember, like, I'm trying to sign autographs, but it's like you got to explain to everyone who you are. And he's off and had a blast. And those are the things that, I'm not a rich lady yet, but those are the things that like other people can't get for their kids.
Right.
Priceless.
And it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like these are things that don't have a financial value or anything to it, but it means a lot.
It's the experience.
Yeah, it's the memory is the currency there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he wants to be a filmmaker. He's directed stuff, and he did when he graduated 8th grade, or I can't even remember what year it was, but he did a blaxploitation parody, like a kung fu like blaxploitation parody, and they had all the costumes, and all his friends were in it. And now he did a sequel at his school, and they were all excited to be in it and everything. So that's he's going there. I'm like, well, I hope you do well so you can take care of me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alexa's gonna come in and take care of me here in like another 20 years. She'll be like, Dad, I'll make the movies.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at Sean Levy, his daughter, I know the oldest one, she's following in his footsteps, and they're always in his projects and everything. Because I was in a scene in the internship, and that's where I, first met Sean Levy, and his daughters were all in the scene. Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, and DJ Novak, and we were all in that scene and everything. And it's really great to see her have access, because so many times we talk about women in this industry and women having an opportunity, and he's got like 4 daughters, I think, and it's like the way that you empower women is by empowering girls and empowering other boys to see women as just as viable and everything at a young age. So I think it's great how he's really made sure that his daughters are a part of the process and are in that loop before they have to deal with, I mean, I don't know, this next generation seems like they're movers and shakers for real, So I'm excited to see.
And he's a super nice dude, Sean.
Yeah.
Like he's a really nice guy. Like I didn't even know it was him. I was on set, and he's just this dude standing next to me in a ball cap, and he just starts talking. I'm making coffee, and we shoot the shit for like 20 minutes. And Ross Duffer comes around the corner. He's like, Sean, like I guess they've been waiting on him. And I looked at him, and I said, oh fuck, because I could at that moment I was like, I backtracked everything I was saying. I was like, what did I just talk about for 20 minutes?
Lose my job
Because I was pretty high on set, like
allegedly
I was high. Dude, if you couldn't tell, that John knew.
He knew.
But he was really nice, and so were the brothers, man. Those guys are really great. I hugged them. I don't know if they liked it, but I did it.
Did you hug them inappropriately? Like
well, no, they
touch.
No, they walked through the door, and I just like immediately grabbed them and said, "Ah!" And they were just like,
"What?"
Off of me.
Maybe that's why you got killed off.
Maybe.
That's why you got a CGI death.
Yeah, that's why I was taking
supposed to survive
season
3, and yet the hug
like,
that
write him out,
but did it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, do you have a next project coming?
Yeah. What's up for you next besides the podcast?
Besides the podcast. Got a movie?
Nobody
show?
knows what's up.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Nobody
like I did just do something.
Are you
That's
auditioning?
coming up, but I can't really say.
Yeah.
It's just it's all self-starting, and Joe, you know this. It's like you can't really.
Yeah.
You have to be a content creator nowadays, and
you gotta write.
I'm finding that to be exhausting at this point.
Yes.
Like it's exhausting. I'm like looking for a job just so I could just not be the subject of my work. Like everything I do has something to do with myself. And again, I'm a narcissist. Normally that should be fine, but now I'm like, I'm fine with it not being about Karen Ceesay Incorporated at all. So But I do write. I have 2 projects I'm writing. I've got a project in development with with Lawrence Fishburne's company. That's been a couple years. That's been in development with me and my writing partner.
Don't you love that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's like it's so like when I remember when they first were like, "Oh, so we got to do it." I'm like, "Great." They're like, "Oh, you're not excited?" No, sure, I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you in 5 years. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Is there a check coming? Because if
Yeah.
there's a check coming, yeah, I'm excited. But if it's just a possible
Yeah.
check, possibly, it's like okay, great. Holler at me.
Yeah, that's cool. Let me know
Some
when it
numbers
happens.
attached,
Yeah, let me know
right?
when
You know, being
yeah.
written on a check. You know, but so it's. I know for me right now, it is like I said, this whole epiphany of what do I really want, you know, what are the, you know, I've wanted to be a famous actress since I was 10 years old. So I thought I'd be like famous and rich and discovered and, you know, back in the day.
You're pretty famous now. You just
To my
listen.
family.
One
Okay.
one more like project. You know, all it takes is one. You don't know.
To your family, you said your mom didn't know any of your movies.
Right. It was so funny. I was at my family reunion the weekend that the internship premiered, and they literally were trying to figure out what movie to go see. And I was like, the internship came out, and they're like,
Cool, what's that?
so what did everyone want to see? And I'm like, right, you know, Sam, right,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't have any families that watch my stuff. None of my family, except for Leanne. You know, obviously, but no one else. My side, my sisters. I have 4 sisters. No idea what I do.
I can't even get my family to watch our podcast.
Yeah.
Like
It's not. I mean, they again, I have really compiled all of the episodes that I've been in, and just talking about what happened, and the stuff about my mom is hilarious. Just like, you know, like there was one time my mom texted me. I don't think this way, but she texted me and she's just like, "I'm watching Black Lightning. Have you ever been on the show?" I'm like, "My 3rd episode just aired like yesterday." She's like, "Really? Oh, well, these women are way smarter than those women on Greenleaf, let me tell you." And I was just like, you know, and you know, when Black Panther came out, and I'm like, "Did you see Black Panther?" Of course I saw it. I was like, "Well, you know," and she was like, "Oh, I love the general." Well, you know, she's on the show. What show? The Walking Dead. What? The Walking Dead, the show that I'm on. Is she on that? Well, tell her. I'm like, we're not friends like that. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
If I see her again,
Yeah.
I'll let
When
her
you
know.
see Millie Bobby Brown, tell her I think she's great. Okay, I will.
Well, that's my Instagram. It's 12-year-olds from all around the world
Yeah.
wanting me to introduce them to Millie Bobby Brown
Yep.
and Ben Wolfhard. And it's so difficult not to throw shade because I'm very condescending, and then with my son and his friends, I'm so like whatever. You know, I don't play that. Oh, like so it's hard, and then you've got a lot of times it's like my biggest fan base is out of Brazil, which is crazy, but it's like I lose it in translation sometimes, my sarcasm.
Yeah.
And I had to check that. But it's like so many times they'll like contact me and it'll be like, oh my God, I'm so happy. Usually no one responds. Hey, can you get so and so to follow me? And I'm like, so you're not interested in me?
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You just want me to.
Coincidentally, Brazil.
Of course I can for $10,000.
She don't even know me. Millie Bobby Brown don't know me. Like you might be like, oh, that's Lucas's mom. She'd be like, oh, but I mean, it's not like, oh, Karen, yeah.
Well,
And
we
then I'm
got
like,
good.
why? I'm 50. Why am I hanging out with teenagers? Like that's creepy.
We got good news for you. You're going to be huge in Turkey after this podcast.
Yeah, that's our biggest following is in Turkey for sure.
Well, coincidentally, Brazil's our number 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you
go.
Brazil's our
So
number 3.
Brazil might move to number 2 now.
Well, that's the United States for us.
Yeah. Brazil, I mean, and I want to go because of it. Like, but that's one of the things we're a lot of times, like racially, like a lot of them look at me, like I always think Brazil, they're Brazilian and it's just Brazilian, but they break down black and white. So like the black Brazilians look at me as it's a black woman on TV, like they're
Yeah.
seeing that, and that was it was really a cool moment. Like when they tagged me on like Black Actor Appreciation and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, it's worldwide, right?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. So one day.
One day, Brazil. You gotta go. Gotta go. I want to go.
I don't,
Why?
because it's hot.
It's hot here.
I hate it here.
Do they have alligators like they have in Florida? Right?
I don't know. They probably have great white sharks or something.
I think they got
worse.
huge snakes too.
Human
It's funny. People
trafficking.
that don't live here think alligators just like walk all over the streets and eat people.
They
and,
do.
Like,
What are you talking about? I had an alligator.
Why
Under
is
they're kinda hard
everybody's
to
house
find.
covered with the everybody's pool area is enclosed because you don't want to just come home one
They
day
can
and
climb
find a gator
fences.
in the pool.
yeah, I've seen them climb fences. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm not lying. I went to go to work one day and there's an alligator under my car.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Who do you call?
What did you do? What did you do?
I waited
You
until
back
he
at the house?
wasn't under my car. Yeah.
I
I went
live
back
in
to
a-
my house. I called work, said I'm not coming in. Why not?
That's why
There's
I
an
was
alligator
around the
over there.
apocalypse.
There's
You
an
know,
alligator
Somebody
in the
else
car.
would have captured that gator.
Yeah, and ate it. Yeah, I'm just
Made
like,
cheese.
nah. He was long enough to where I couldn't drive forward or backwards. He was laying long ways. His tail was out the driver's side and his head was out to the passenger side. That's how long he was.
You think it was too hot and he was just trying to get some shade?
I don't know
Like,
what he was doing.
like-
I think he avoided. What I think it was is that if I had left for work on time, I would have gotten in an accident and died.
Yeah.
But since
Okay.
Fairy Alligator showed up
Yeah.
and was like, nah, we need you for a while. Thank
he
you.
was your spirit
Yeah,
animal.
it was
Good
the
way of
alli-
making out.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
like, oh, you can't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere yet. Wait.
Yeah, wait.
And go.
That
Yeah.
was your guardian
Yeah.
angel.
He's like, you hear that noise that just happened? That would have been you.
You hear those sirens?
Did you hear ringing of bells
I
when
don't
you were going out to your car?
know. I just saw this alligator and was like, okay.
He was.
I'd have lost my mind.
Yeah.
Well, I took pictures. It was great.
I live
Of
in
course.
an apartment complex, and there was a lake behind us. We had gators all
Yeah.
day. Like my brother used to walk like around the lake. He used to just take pictures with the gators. Like,
Yeah.
like I was like, what are you doing? Like that's just awful.
Yeah. No.
Now, where my husband is from, he's from West Africa, and he was like, we would just swim in areas. Yeah, there were crocodiles and stuff around there. I was like, he's like, well, you don't go to the place where the crocodiles are, and I'm like, which is where the crocodiles are. Like, if you saw
Yeah.
them, that's where they are, right? I'm just like, no.
If they're within a mile of me, that's close.
I said to Leanne one time, she said, because I grew up in Ocala here, which is, the forest. And she's like, where did you swim? I said, in the lake. She's like, but there's alligators. Yeah, you see them all the time. They don't mess with you. Never once have I been attacked by an alligator. And I grew up swimming in lakes and rivers in Florida. Never once. They will run away. They don't want to be messed. They don't want to mess with you. They don't care.
Yeah. Like we go down rivers and like
Yeah.
tubes, and they travel along next to you or near you or
Yeah.
whatever. They don't really bother you unless like
Yeah,
you
no, I'm
antagonize
good.
them.
Yeah, unless you're messing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a city girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
City girl, and Black people are fear averse when it comes to certain dangers. We just like, I'm gonna let you do that. Okay, I'm here. Let me
Absolutely.
know. You need me to call somebody.
I'll call 911 when he bites your hand off. Yeah.
So what season is Black Lightning in? Because I was actually watching.
It's over now.
It's over?
Yeah, but it's done. It finished shooting either before the pandemic or as the pandemic was coming out.
'Cause
Greenleaf
he's
is a
in-
wrap now.
He's in Flash now. He's,
Right.
So I was wondering if it was still on now because of that.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No, he's my kid watched all that stuff. I don't know if he still does, but we watched the first season, and then I wasn't in the second season, so I kind of lost place, and then I came back for the third season. So
Yeah.
I was gonna comment earlier about the you were talking about your son and his friends, and your popularity, right? So my 14-year-old is never leaves his room, plays video games constantly. Got a new friend from school a couple months ago, Jaden. This kid comes in the house and Isaiah's introducing us, and then he's like, "Yeah, my dad's an actor, and he's on Stranger Things, and blah blah blah." And Jaden's like, just staring at me for a minute. He's just like looking, and I was like, "Yeah, I was in, I've been like 5 episodes. I don't even have a name, Nerdy Tech." And he's like, the lab? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I know exactly who you are. And then my son goes, shut up, come on. So like they go down the hallway, like, and I'm just like, I'm getting
Trying to get
famous
my
here.
Right.
flowers here.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? And that was
We-
that's how my son cares so much.
Right. That's how my kids
It
are.
was,
I'm like, you
it's
should
funny
use that to
because,
pick
like-
up girls, right?
Sorry.
huh?
So you should use that to pick up girls, like,
Yeah.
hey, my dad's an actor. My dad makes
Yeah.
movies,
Right.
you know,
My
like
dad's an actor.
it's cool.
Yeah.
And then you'll get the one to be like, but he got killed, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, I mean, but he was on a very popular show.
Yeah.
Right? He's got all the paraphernalia.
Yeah. He got a
Got a
backpack,
backpack
and
and
a
everything.
sweater.
It was, my son's friends, they've been friends from kindergarten till now. They're juniors in high school now. So they've really been friends all along. I used to volunteer at the school all the time because, again, I was an actor. I had plenty of time. You know what I mean?
What do you
To
mean?
help out at school. So they had seen me. I did this zoo commercial, the commercial for the zoo. All the first graders were like, oh my God. And then the girl that played my daughter is Storm Reed. So like, I'm like, I've got famous kids, y'all, but yeah, there was one time I was helping. This was, I guess my kid was like 6th or 7th grade at this point, and I was helping with field day. I always help with field day and all that stuff. And so I hear two of the older kids, like some of the older kids, and they were like, yeah, that's her. The one that's on Black Lightning and Walking Dead and Stranger Things. And I was like,
like me?
right? Stop, And then, at his school,
Yeah.
the kids are impressed, but I'm like, but like, your dad like owns this business, like,
Yeah.
it's the boarding school, so these kids
Yeah.
are like pedigreed, and I'm like, well, as long as you look like you belong there, I guess, they probably think I have money.
Yeah, I totally don't let people know either way.
It's like, stop, don't keep stroking. I'm like, oh no, keep going. I want some more. Keep
Like,
going.
stop it.
Yeah. But don't watch me walk to my 1998 Toyota.
Right.
And come to the crib,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. No one's invited to the house.
Right. Right. We'll meet at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I don't know. Where do you meet people? Right.
I don't think anybody meets anyone anymore.
Right.
Now.
I don't know.
Like,
Everyone's
we
out
can't
now.
meet up, pandemic and all.
Meet you on
COVID.
Zoom.
Yeah.
You guys are in Florida. Y'all been done with it since longer than us, I think.
It didn't even start here.
Nope.
It didn't
Right.
even
It's
start.
still,
We were shut down for like a month.
Yeah. I remember like the
Flu.
first. Yeah, I remember the first day I went out, and it was like we had been shut down for a couple days, and there was no traffic.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and I just hauled ass.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "There's nobody on the road."
I loved the pandemic. First of all, I got unemployment, so I'm like, steady
I know,
paycheck.
right?
What's up?
There you go.
And then it was like, I didn't have to do anything. That whole like, I don't have to figure out, do I need new pictures? Do I need to update this? Do I need to do this? Why didn't I get an audition for that? So and so got an audition for that. How do I get, like, all that was done, wrapped. I was cool. I was watching everything. People were catching up on stuff.
Yeah.
So that's when I was getting messages like, hey, I saw
Me
you
too.
in Texas.
Yeah.
I saw you on the Gifted. And and so that,
Then I was trying to calculate stream versus the amount of residuals you get. So if stream picks up, are your residuals bigger? How does that work? Is that a thing?
I don't think we're supposed to know. It's like,
All right.
for
Yeah.
the powers
I
that
actually
be. I'm
call-
just happy when a check shows up.
I
Right.
called-
Like, I don't
I called
even know
Say.
if it's right.
I called them the other day because I was wondering where my residuals were, and I found out
You got to get on the SAG website. You get on the
I
SAG
did.
website, you can check it, and then it'll.
it doesn't make any sense to me. The SAG
It
tracker,
doesn't.
the
No,
residual
it
tracker, just says sent, and it gives a month to the day you're at right now, and it's like
you can do
what?
the in processing too.
Yeah, well, true.
The in
But
processing, that'll give you the stuff that's in the works.
I see. Right. So then I was like, well, Stranger Things wasn't popping up. And I'm like, what is happening? I hadn't gotten a check in a while.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm not-
and then, well, yeah,
Hey, look,
I love them. I love them. But I called. I said, what's happening? They're like, oh, yeah, they're not going out till April. And I was like, how is that allowed?
for streaming, and this is the old contract. I think it was like a year and a half or
Yeah.
something where it would take. Whereas like regular TV, like network and stuff, it's like 6 months from when it
date.
airs,
Yeah,
something
air
like
date.
that. And the movies are weird to pick.
Yeah.
And
Oh well.
I don't know. I just am
So
happy that
all I'm
there's
saying is, come on, April.
right. I don't know. Right now, I'm sitting here
Need them checks.
like, and it's like I've done enough episodes of The Walking Dead now. I'm like, somebody should be paying out. Like something should
Right.
be coming through.
Yeah, you
but-
should have like a constant stream of checks coming in.
Right, but a lot of them are like for $2.37.
Oh, really? Ugh, that's not a lot.
I mean,
It's more than I had before, though.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't wake up with $2.37 in my pocket today. Now I got it.
Nope.
Yeah.
so have you planned what podcasting platforms are you going to use when you're
No,
podcasting?
I haven't done any of that stuff because I find all of that daunting. I'm just going to record a bunch of things on Zoom. My friend, who has been my friend for over 30 years, she's an editor and stuff. And a while back, she was like, she's up in New York, and she was like, I always wanted to edit and produce a podcast. I'm like, boom, let's do it. So we're just going to record it. I'm not going to get all crazy. I would rather have a little bit of content and some content edited, and then to see if I can get some type of backing or something there after I have some product. I think people are just now realizing what a market women of a certain age are, because generally most women have more money at this point in time in their lives, right? And again, are focused on themselves more so than the kids and the husbands and the boyfriends and all the other
The husbands and the boyfriends.
Huh?
The husbands and the boyfriends.
Well, that's for the really players. That's
that's for the real money.
For the boss. And I hope to have them on as well.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That'll be the after session where I get notes. And I'm like, so how do you work that out?
Well,
shh. It's not recorded. All of this is off the record.
I can edit that out if you want. Or not.
It's just
I joke about
it's just like
things.
What happened?
I've been married so long now that my husband doesn't even pay me any money. So he doesn't even. He's like,
I have to be on set with Bruce Willis today. Leave me alone.
Right. You know what? He just recorded one side and then he gone.
Yeah, nice. That's funny.
I can't imagine. But you know what? Right there, I'm going to say thank you for joining us today on Killer Collab Podcast. Karen Ceesay, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It was
I
an
look
absolute
forward
pleasure.
to
And talented and smart and funny.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Stop.
You can catch her on
I'm
Black
taking
Lightning,
compliments for Christmas.
The Walking Dead.
Do you have anything you want to
Stranger
plug?
Things.
You want to plug any of your shows? Walking
I feel
Dead,
like
Stranger
I probably
Things, Black
should be
Lady?
plugging something.
Podcast
my
TBA.
my YouTube show that is playing on IMDb now. No, right. And my tips that I need to get done for December, but November ended kind of rocky there. I was like, this is a little bumpy getting out of November. So,
Yeah.
a little bit behind now, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just follow me on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'll plug that right into our descriptions on all our platforms.
thank you. Thank you for having me,
Thank
fellas.
you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Let's get Karen Ceesay, Joe Davison, Chris Lato, and my name is Tony D. Thank you for joining us on Killer Collab Podcast.